Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums, 'tis I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, for you guys out there in the viewerverse, I want to sort of go over what I think could be in store for the update that we may see tail end of March, maybe early to mid-April. Let's jump on over and let's have a quick butchers on the old tinterweb, shall we, people, with our eye peepers. Righto, so I'm over on the Twitter space right here. Now, that bomber boy has found something a little bit unusual. Unused ship base. Ship base. Doesn't really make sense when you read it, does it? What do you mean ship base? Okay, well, anyway, he's done a video over on YouTube to show this in action. Let's make this a little bit larger on screen. I'll turn the volume down to half because it's just sound effects and just hit play. So basically what that bomber boy is doing is building around their actual ship right now. Let's just skim this on a little bit because he builds for a little while, but as you can see there, he puts quite a lot around the ship. And when he takes off, all of this that's inside of these confines of the ship go with the ship. Now you're probably thinking, well, why? Why the heck would that happen? And how big is this confine? Well, I don't think it's much bigger than what we're seeing here from this test video. I think this is probably the extremities of this ship building thing. But people are wondering whether this allows you to pick up your base and fly it to another location on the planet. However, you can see there that it all dematerialized. I'm wondering whether they're going to give us decent ship parts, like maybe some decals, some more engine parts, cosmetics for the ship that we can actually add to the ship anytime we want, in the similar sort of way as we do base building, and graft it on. Maybe some decals, engine parts, wing extensions, all sorts of stuff like that. I think they might be looking at redelivering in ship customization on the fly, or at least ship personalization rather than customization. You may still have to use the fabricators to change out the large parts, but I'm wondering whether this is just going to be for cosmetic details. I just want to see what happens when they land and see whether this base all sort of like re-emerges in, but as you can see right here, they're having vast difficulties in landing. Anyway, they're flying to another planet there. Let's see how they're getting on. They've landed in a station, they've done a reload, and after they do the reload, it looks like those base parts reappear. So now I'm wondering whether Hello Games have been testing it with all base parts just to see how it looks. But I'm wondering whether it's going to be a limited selection of base parts that we can actually use if this does come into iteration. I mean, why else do you think they might be adding this into the game? Do you think it is so we can move our base from A to B? Or do you think it is how I'm thinking it's going to be? That, I mean, it'd be interesting to see if that exomech is still functional once he gets out of his ship inside of the actual station. That'd be craziness, wouldn't it? But look, it's actually put him through the floor. I don't think it's intended to work this way, but yeah, look, you can still interact with all this stuff. That's mental. I hadn't watched the video all the way to this sort of area. That's kind of funny, but I don't think this is intentional behaviour. I think it's going to be limited parts that we can actually customise our ships with. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is going to be to relocate your base, or do you think it is for some kind of new ship personalisation, customisation aspects to our ships? I can't imagine it being much bigger than that, or else you're not going to be able to fly into stations. You're not going to be able to fly into your actual freighter, are you? So I really don't know. But at the same time, it's got me very intrigued, people, to say the least. Okay, something else that I think might be on the cards is we had the Cursed Expedition to run. Now, the Cursed Expedition was previous to the Titan Expedition, but it delivered in these jellyfish guys as like a new enemy. Now, we had new enemies introduced when it comes to the worm babies in the Endurance update, and then a couple of updates later they came into iteration on infested planets. Now I'm thinking we might start to see these horrible jellyfish creatures and the disturbance that comes with them, either if they implement the Realm of Glass, or perhaps in some of these purple systems, maybe there's going to be a new class of planet. Like the ones that have got like the creatures on are the vile brood planets, or the infested planets have the worm babies on. I kind of feel that we might get a new sub-branch of, cursed planets or glass planets where we might see these jellyfish appearing inside of Iteration. But because they're quite creepy and they appeared in Halloween of last year, I kind of feel that Hello Games might hold this back and deliver them in of Halloween of this year. So I don't know whether it's going to be in this March, April, springtime update, because these things really don't scream out springtime. They're more like Halloween, if you know what I mean. Yeah, anyway, sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think of that idea. Okay, so other than that, I'm really foxed as what might be coming. I mean, I know we're running short of Quicksilver items, so that's probably a given. We'll probably get a lot more added into the Quicksilver store. We might get an expedition alongside an update, but I'm kind of feeling the next update might have something to do with ship customization, because of what we've got inside the game files that hasn't been delivered in as yet. There's also one other thing that hasn't appeared, which was that giant mech golem type looking thing that appeared inside of the game files. Let me see if we can find an image of that quickly. So here it is right here. So this big mech golem. Any updates or news on this guy from part 1? No update on the Iron Giant wreck, unfortunately. I was hoping to see him in Worlds Part 2. They haven't removed the model as yet, though. So who knows what Hello Games might be planning. Very interesting stuff. So, some people are saying Worlds Part 3. Whew. Well, they did put up 3 globe emojis, but they've got a habit of putting 3 emojis in a row. I don't know whether we're going to be lucky enough to see a World's Part 3, but I could be wrong. We are still waiting on ARG Part 4 for the return of the Void Mother. Could it be that maybe some of these ancient relic planets or something like that might get adorned with these giant iron golems? Or are they going to be something quite different? Are they going to be something quite special? Only time will tell, people inside the viewerverse. So anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have for you. I think there could be a chance of ship customization and personalization happening. There was also 2 additional animations for the ship holograms with inside a ship customization up inside the space stations. Of course, we haven't as yet had the station overrides delivered in, so they're something that's still being waited on in anticipation. So there are a few sorts of things that could happen. Will they happen? We've been waiting on station overrides for freaking years. I've been waiting on majestic diplos that actually turn their heads like this and look more organic and alive than our crane-like diplos that we have for years. I've also been waiting for creatures that can smash down trees and stuff and cause stampedes. I mean, this trailer is beautiful. We do know that it's all scripted, but I would love to see some scriptedness and planets like this and maybe appearing inside of the purple systems. After all, if they can do it in a tech demo, which was labelled gameplay, I'd like to hope that perhaps they might try and deliver in some of that inside of these purple systems. It'd be nice to come across that exact planet, Araya V, even if it is scripted and there's only one out there. That'd be pretty darn nice if they added in a sort of hub zones inside of these purple systems. I mean, the purple systems, we are seeing a lot of the throwback to yesteryear's terrain, so who knows? It could be on the cards, but I wouldn't like to suggest that it's happening for sure. Heck no. Oh, look at that battle. That's pretty darn freaking awesome, isn't it? But anyway, people, inside of Universe, that's everything I've got for you. There are all my suggestions of what I think might happen. I did a video saying that I was hoping that April might deliver in pet pens for our bases, so we can house our pets that we're not using. They can lay eggs. People can go there, pick up an egg, which would be pretty cool, since I've got a load of flying pets, which haven't been put out there by Hello Games as yet, like flying birds and dragons. It'd be nice if Hello Games did introduce a couple of eggs. Pets, maybe, from Light No Fire. Lift and shift them over to No Man's Sky. I would love to have a fantasy-style dragon or a little mini kingfisher to fly around inside of No Man's Sky as a little ode to Light No Fire. Wouldn't that be awesome to have a couple of the Light No Fire mounts coming into No Man's Sky? Heck yes. I know that I would like some of those. Heck yes. Cool. And if you don't know what I'm on about, I put a video segment behind me. Okay, so this is Light No Fire. If you haven't seen the trailer for this, this is the new game that Hello Games are working on, and they're using the No Man's Sky engine to produce this. So whatever you see here could be done in No Man's Sky to a degree. The Kingfisher looks great, doesn't it? It really does. But look at these dragon mounts. How cool would it be to have one of these dragons inside of No Man's Sky as a little bit of a teaser or that kingfisher. There's some other birds as well. There's like some robins and some hummingbirds. They all look freaking awesome. But yeah, if you haven't seen this trailer, I'll put a link to the trailer in the video description. But yes, I'm eagerly anticipating and waiting for this game and more news on this game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this year. Now you see this golem behind me? Look, it actually comes to life, lifts its head up. What if that iron golem that we saw earlier, that got put out there, actually moves? What if you're walking along the terrain in No Man's Sky and you come across that thing and it moves in a similar sort of way that one did? You know, they've already brought water effects from Light No Fire over to No Man's Sky already. So who knows? They could be lifting and shifting a few more things, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, till next time, people. Goodbye, and goodbye again.